Hi guys, it's Baby Peach, and we're here with a new game today. It's called Magical Diary Horse Hall. There's a couple different halls, I believe, but I only have this one right now. There are multiple routes in this. We're just gonna play through one time, see who we end up with, and then I believe at a later date I will, if you guys like it, I'll come back and we can do all the other routes too. But for now, let's just get started. I wasn't expecting to name my character. Well, let's go with PG. Oh. Last name. Okay, so let's do Ica for the last name. I always thought that was a cute one. Style. Okay. Oh, that's kinda cute. Oh, I like 10. 11's cute too. I like 3, but I do also really like that one. Oh, that's cute. Oh, let's have blue hair. Face. Okay, I'm gonna go 2. Eye color. Ah, I see. Well, let me change it to face 1 real quick. Let's have purple eyes. I'm pale as heck. Okay. There we go. It all started about 3 years ago on my 13th birthday. I was playing tag in the back garden with my friends, but when I tried to jump out of the way of the girl who was chasing me, I jumped so high that I flew all the way over the hedge. At first I couldn't believe it was real. No one else could either. Within a few minutes they'd all convinced themselves that nothing unusual had happened. Then the next day a strange old woman showed up at my doorstep to offer me a choice for my future. And now here I am, 16 and on my way to Iris Academy, an actual school for magic. The school lies in a hidden valley in the Green Mountains, about 150 miles from my home in New Hampshire. My parents drove me out here, but we're already said our goodbyes. I asked them to drop me off at the outskirts of the school grounds, so I could walk the rest of the way on my own. I knew Dad would cry and make a fuss over me before letting me go, and I didn't want my new classmates to see me for the first time looking like that. Actually, I'm surprised Dad agreed. He's always been a little overprotective. Maybe he's finally recognizing that I'm not a little kid anymore. Anyway, it means I have to carry my own suitcases, which contain all that I have to my name for the next 9 months. Not many clothes because we'll be wearing school uniforms all the time, but I have some books, pictures of my friends and family, and decorations for my new room. There it is up ahead. The campus looks more like a very posh boarding school than a home for wizards and witches. Pretty buildings, lots of trees, and wide open spaces. Summer is still lingering here, and the leaves haven't yet started to turn. We only have $5, guys. What the heck? I walk a little faster, feeling slightly too warm in this long robe and cape. Flower beds and arches stretch out around me, so many doors and windows, and they all look the same. There are 3 residential halls for girls and 3 for boys. I've been accepted to Horse Hall, which is for the adventurous girls, whatever that means. The other 2 girl halls are the butterflies, who are probably girly girls, and the snakes. I'm not sure who would want to be a snake. I'd much rather be a horse. Unfortunately, I'm not sure exactly where Horse Hall is. TBH, I would rather be a snake, so maybe I'll get the snake hall next. I have a letter about freshman orientation. Where did I put it? I looked down at my suitcase while I walked, trying to remember which pocket I stuck the letter into, when suddenly I bump into someone. Oops, sorry. He's an older man in school robes with no hall symbol on them, which means he's probably a professor. This is not a good first impression. Sorry, sir. A new student, I see. What might your name be? He has a lovely voice, dark and rich, with a refined British accent, and he doesn't seem to be too angry with me. I relax a little. I cannot do accents, so I will not be attempting. Peachy Aiko, sir, I just got here, and I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be. My voice trails off as I notice he's no longer looking at me. Instead, he's paging through the large book he is carrying. Miss Aika, is it? Wild seed. How unsurprising. Wild? More than likely a complete waste of my time. You have no idea how much you have been given, and you will throw it all away. He scribbles something into the book, then slams it shut. 10 demerits. Not a promising start. Pay more attention to your studies than you do to where you are walking, Miss Aika, or you'll find yourself expelled from this academy before the new year. With a snap of his wrist, he wraps his cape around him and stalks away. I haven't even started school yet, and already one of my teachers hates me. Nice start. After a bit of looking around, I found the way into the girls' dormitories and located my hall. There are 9 doors in this hall, only one of which is labeled bathroom. If each bedroom has at least 2 girls in it, I hope that's a big bathroom. My own letter informed me that I would have 2 roommates, but didn't tell me their names or anything else about them. I haven't even seen anyone wearing a horse insignia. All I can do is find my room and wait for them to show up. Here it is, room 3. I open the door and pick up my suitcases. Walking inside, I find a fairly ordinary-looking bedroom. No skulls or drippy candles or black light posters on the walls. No incense or crystals anywhere, unless they just haven't had time to unpack yet. Oh, she's cute. A girl had been sitting on one of the beds stands up. Hello? You're a horse. I didn't mean that the way it sounded. Hi, I'm Peachy. Are you my roommate? One of them. I'm Ellen. That's Virginia's bed, but she went out to talk to somebody. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? Virginia. The state, I mean. I'm not sure where Virginia the girl is from. I tilt my head. You don't have much of a southern accent. It's not that far south, and my family wasn't from there. What about you? New Hampshire, not too far from here. Are all those books yours? Yeah. There aren't any computers here, so I brought my own encyclopedias. What a nerd. And those textbooks for the classes I would be taking this year at my other school if I hadn't left. You must be a really good student. Not really. I probably won't even open them, but I didn't know what I needed, and I didn't want to need something and not have it. Those books are everything I could find out about magic, the real kind, now that I know it's real. Yeah, isn't it great? We're going to be witches, just like in the movies. Oh, good. You're Wild Seed, too. What does Wild Seed mean? Oh, what voice? It means your parents weren't magic, so you're like a wildflower. She holds out her hand for me to shake. Me, my family's all magical, so I always knew I'd be a witch. I'm Virginia. She has a pretty strong grip. Peachy. Pleasure to meet ya. Is it a problem being wild? I met a professor and he was sort of rude about it. A professor? Shaggy black hair, big nose. Yeah, I sort of bumped into him. Oh no. Now you'll be on Grabby's blacklist. The professor grabs girls? No, that's just his name, Professor Grabinier. He hates me. He hates everybody, so it doesn't make much difference. Don't worry about it. Nobody cares if you're born witch or not. Not really. And everybody's scared of Grabby. He's a monster. William warned me about him. Who's William? My bigger brother. He's a senior. Donald's a freshman like us. They're in Wolf Hall. But enough about boys. What sports do you play? What do you like? I like softball, but I'm better at volleyball. Good, strong arms. Me, I prefer soccer. What about you, Peachy? I guess I'm mostly best at track. I like to run. Your legs, her arms, my fighting spirit, we're the total package. Go horses! Are there sports teams for wizards here? Not exactly. There's boundards, but that's not a real sport. But there is a gym, and we can start our own sports team if we have to, right, Peachy? I guess. Sorry, I'm rolling you over, aren't I? I'll let you unpack. Come on, Ellen, I'll introduce you to my brothers. Huh? Okay. We can always unpack later. I wanna meet them too. I wanna meet them too, and the only wizard I met so far was that horrible professor. I can unpack later. I hate unpacking too. I made my mom do it. Shall we? Do you still want me to come? Why wouldn't I? Come on. Virginia leads us unerringly through the maze of school hallways to one of the boys' sections. Need a hand, ladies? No, I'm just looking for... Suddenly a water balloon flies out of an open door and smacks into the side of Virginia's head. Donald! Yes, perfect shot. The two boys exchange high fives. This is my brother Donald, the complete dork. You are going to be in so much trouble. What are you going to do? Urchin, tell Mom on me? She's not here. I don't have to do anything. You'll end up in detention by the end of the week just by being you. Look at me, I'm all wet. Well, you're a witch now, right? Magic yourself dry. Come on, Luke. Donald returns to his room, followed by the other boy, who bumps into the doorframe briefly on his way out of sight. Grrr. V, is that you? Hey, V, all moved in? Are you wet? Thanks to Donald and his new best friend. Aw, poor thing. Here, let me. He holds out his hand and a gust of hot air blows through the corridor, melting away the droplets of water that clung to Virginia's hair. Aren't you going to introduce us? Right. Guys, this is William, my good brother. Virginia grabs Ellen's hand and drags her forward. And these are my new roommates, Ellen and Peachy. It's a pleasure to meet you. You too. You keep an eye on V now. She's a little scamp. She'll get you into trouble. Is that your nickname, V? No, that's just what William calls me, which is better than what Donald calls me. I use my whole name. It's not that long. You kids should probably run along. Freshman orientation is tomorrow, and you'll have a busy week ahead of you. Not to mention initiation. Initiation? You'll find out. I suppose he's right. We should get back to our room. I still have to unpack. Tomorrow we start learning magic. At 9 a.m. on Monday morning, all the freshmen are gathered in the gymnasium, wearing capes and robes just like me, but they're not completely like me. One boy has furry ears and a long, fluffy tail. A furry? One girl has glittering wings. Oh, I wish I had wings. And that girl looks like a vampire. I like her. Is that what it means to be born witch? Being something other than human? Virginia looks normal, but she could be hiding something under her robes. No, that's just silly. The muttering and shuffling of students drop off as someone steps up to the podium. Hello, my little flower buds. Welcome to Iris Academy. I start to applaud but freeze as I realize no one else is. Then Virginia beside me picks up the clapping loudly. Soon the whole room is cheering. The witch holds up her hands, and the room settles back into silence. My name is Professor Postam, and I will be one of your instructors in the ways of magic. For some of you, this is the beginning of an adventure, such as you never imagined. For others, this is only the next step in a journey you have been expecting all your lives. At Iris Academy, we teach spelling using the pentachromatic system. Red magic is forceful but not necessarily violent. Blue is the color of transformation and change. Green is the color of life in the world of plants and animals. White magic affects the mind and spirit. Black magic is contained within physical objects. Your palette should contain at least a few dabs of every magical color, but a beautiful painting doesn't need every shade. It's style that matters. You all have different strengths, different talents. Here at Iris Academy, we embrace that diversity and tailor your education to your needs. Choose your schedule and focus your personal talents. Don't try to become a reflection of your classmates. Follow your own star, wherever it may lead you. That is the way in which you are all alike. You each have your own future, and I know you'll make us proud. Her starry-eyed way of speaking reminded me a little bit of my old school's guidance counselor, but she certainly seems nicer than Professor Grabinier. I wonder which classes she teaches. You have been divided into halls to help you make friends with classmates who share similar interests. For the girls, we have the adventurous horses, the charming butterflies, and the mysterious snakes. Each group claps as their name is called, the horses louder than the others, or perhaps that's just because I'm sitting with more of them. For the boys, we have the daring wolves, the elegant falcons, and the eldritch toads. I'm not sure what eldritch means, but toad sounds even worse than snakes. I hope you'll become good friends, not just in each hall, and not just in your heart and your year, but throughout the whole academy. But most importantly, I hope you'll get to know each other and trust your roommates, so that by the end of the year, you'll be able to work as a team for your final exams. And I know you're all looking forward to your exams, yes? The audience predictably groans. For testing purposes, your instructors will regularly set you practical challenge in the school's dungeons. The school has dungeons? Each task has many possible solutions. You will need to make creative use of the spells you have chosen to learn, so think ahead about what might be useful and how. Okay, are you all ready for magic? Open up your diaries and begin penciling in your schedule. I need to choose which classes to attend this week. There are classes for each kind of magic, plus general studying, which sounds boring, and gym class, which I've always liked. I can always schedule free time to relax and unwind. For most of my life, my classes have been planned out for me by my school. It wasn't until last year that I got to make any choices at all. Cantonese, French or Spanish, physics, chemistry, or biology. Still, everyone had to have the same number of classes, and they all started and ended at the same time. You couldn't get out of it. If I choose whatever schedule I want here, what would happen if I never went to class at all? Would they really let me get away with that? What should I do this week? I'm gonna be honest, and I want black magic. Friday we'll study. No. Well, actually, yeah, let's study on Friday. So black magic, we'll learn some red magic, black and red. Done. I arrived in class feeling slightly apprehensive. Black magic? Will there be zombies? Good morning. Good morning. Has everyone got a smock or an apron? There are plenty at the back. Aprons? What are we going to do with those? For those of you who are new to our magical traditions, I should reassure you that black magic has nothing to do with death or evil. There's no such thing as evil magic. There's only magic. The bad and the good come from how you choose to use it. Black is the color of light. I can't speak today. And permanence. Black magic is the magic of enchantment in physical form. All wands and things like that are created with black magic. This does mean that cursed items are enchanted with black magic as well. That might be how people got the wrong idea. A pale girl with dark hair raises her hand. Yes, Raven? Ooh, I like Raven. Since you're enchanting matter and bones, since you're enchanting matter, and bones are matter, you could use black magic to animate a skeleton, right? That's an interesting question. You could certainly enchant a skeleton to hold a spell or react in some way. You could set a skull to chatter its jaw when anyone came near, like an alarm. But to make something that could walk around and act on its own, you need to bind a spirit to it, and that calls for another kind of magic. We will get to combined techniques later in the year. Now, one of the easiest ways to infuse magic into a physical substance is to mix things together in liquids, potions, and that's what we'll be starting with. Always remember to wear a smock or apron. Potion stains can ruin your uniform. Success gained 3 black magic and 3 stress. Uh-oh, this is one of his classes. Get to your seats, hurry up, no chatter. In this class, carelessness might cost you your fingers. He wouldn't really cut off students' fingers, would he? Here you will be learning the seductive art of red magic, the evocation and control of energy. With this power, you might summon a breeze, light a fire, or call a distant object to hand. I say that is seductive, not because of the power itself, but because simple minds prefer simple solutions. Blast your enemies with lightning, tear buildings apart with earthquakes, let the world around you burn. Fall victim to such vulgar fantasies, and you leave yourself vulnerable to those capable of creative thought. There are many approaches that direct force cannot defend against. He snaps his fingers in the air. One inattentive moment, and you lose control of the force you have summoned. After that, you will only be remembered as an unpleasant stain on the walls. He rubs his hands together and gives a nasty smile. Now for your lessons. Gain 3 magic, red magic, and 3 stress. Gain 1 black magic, 1 stress. Gain 3 red magic, 3 stress. I learned a new spell. Breeze. Costs 1 mana, moves air around the caster's current square, creating a gentle breeze. Study. Gain 1 smart, 2 stress. After dinner, I'm walking back to my room when I notice the door is already open. I peek through the gap to see who's inside. It's Ellen. She's folding up some clothing, probably putting her laundry away. Wait a minute, that's Virginia's dresser she's opening. Why is Ellen rummaging through our roommate's stuff? I haven't made a sound. She doesn't know I'm here yet. I'm gonna ask her what she's doing first. I don't want to, go tattle if she's not doing anything, you know? If you want to know something, why not just ask? What are you doing? Eek! Sorry, I didn't see you there. Just tidying up a little. Yes, but isn't that Virginia's stuff? Yes. Why are you tidying up her things? Because she doesn't do it herself. She's making you be her maid? No! At this point, Virginia returns to our shared room. Hey, you guys, what's up? Why are you making poor Ellen into your slave? Huh? She's not. Just what is going on here? I shake my head. I think I'm obviously confused about something. She saw me putting away some of your clothes. Oh, it was you that's been doing that. I'm sorry, I just hate messy rooms. No, it's my fault. I'm not very good at picking up after myself. Mom always does it for me at home. Still, I didn't think it was too bad yet. We've only been here a week. I hate having things be out of place. It makes me feel nervous. I don't know if I can make things perfect all the time. We often live together for a year without driving each other crazy. How can this work out? I mean, yeah, everyone maintains their own space, but she's not maintaining her space. Virginia could pay her, but I think Ellen should also just teach her. You said you didn't know if you could keep things clean, but that's probably because you don't know how. If Ellen teaches you how to clean a room properly and gives you reminders, I'm sure you can do it. I suppose. It's not a perfect compromise, but it's hard to reach a perfect agreement between 3 different people. I'm awakened early on Saturday morning by a tap at the door followed by a faint hissing sound. What's going on? I stumble out of bed to find that 3 envelopes have been pushed under the door to our room, each marked with one of our names. Hey, money's here. Each envelope contains $5, the weekly spending allowance for Iris Academy students. If it's our money, why can't they just give it to us all at once? I guess they just don't trust us not to spend it all at once, and then run out and complain. Well, that might teach people to plan ahead. This way still teaches people to plan ahead. If you want to buy anything really cool, you've got to save up. But you're missing the important part. It's Saturday, and that means a trip to the mall. I didn't think you were a shopaholic. I'm not, but it's great to get out and look at something other than school for a while, isn't it? Also, they have ice cream, and penny candy, and really big cinnamon cookies, and we get the idea. Since I've been there before, I can show you guys around. What about studying? You have plenty of time for that during the week, right, Peachy? I guess so. I just want to go check out the mall. Sure, I'd love to go to the mall with you. Great, Ellen? I guess it's okay, but you ought to have a good breakfast before you look at ice cream. Yes, Mother. Students are lining up outside the school waiting for a free seat in one of the shuttle vans that travel between here and the local shopping center. Come on, we can ride together. Wait a minute. What is it? We're still in uniform. So? Won't people stare at us because we're all wearing capes? Nah. Just like naturals, no big deal. But it's nowhere near Halloween. Since the teachers aren't saying anything, I suppose this is what we're supposed to do. The mall's not very large or very crowded, at least where I'm standing. Witches and wizards easily outnumber shoppers in ordinary clothes, but no one reacts to the sight. I guess if students come here all the time, they'll get used to it. Okay. This place does coffee and pastries. They have fresh fruit. That one does baked potatoes. There's a gift shop. There's the cafe. Are all these stores magical? No, there's only one magic shop here. They sell wands and stuff. I'm going to get a chocolate croissant. What about you? I want to go to the magic store. With Virginia's vague directions in mind, I set out in search of the magic store. This branch in the mall looks like a dead end. There's only one storefront, and it's blacked out with a coming soon sign on the door. But as I get closer, a patch of wall blurs and shimmers to reveal a second door marked with a star. Marvelous magical accoutrements. Oh, I can buy fairy wings. I can get glasses, sextant, protective gear, a furry set. See, I told you. Amulet, a tiara. Well, maybe I'll get a tiara. A wiggle wand, a star wand, a regular wand, bat wings, fairy wings, halo. I want fairy or bat wings. GBH, probably bat wings. Those are cool. I need $120. I finished my shopping and joined my fellow students to return to Iris Academy. On Sunday morning, I sleep in. There aren't any school activities today that I know of, and haven't made any plans with anyone, so there's nothing else to do. Which just makes me realize I miss my family. I'm not used to being completely out of contact like this. There aren't even any phones in the dorm, so I can't call home. Dad promised he and Mom would write, but I haven't received anything. Maybe they were too busy on the first day, or the mail was slow. I'm sure I'll hear from them soon. No phones, no computers, no television. It doesn't matter much during the week when I'm busy with classes, but on a day like today it leaves me feeling restless. I think I'll go outside. It's a beautiful campus. I'm careful to stop when I want to admire something rather than keep walking and risk another collision. But while the flowers and paved walkways are nice, what I'm really looking for is something a little more open. I followed the paths away from the main buildings towards the grassy fields. We could play games out here if we borrowed some balls from the gym. I wonder if Virginia was serious about starting a sports team. Hey, I think I see her up ahead. She's talking to someone I don't know. I hurry to catch up. Mostly girls again this year, isn't it? Yeah, but both my roommates are. I pause mid-step. What is she talking about, me and Ellen? That could be a problem eventually. Ellen and I both had wild magic. Is that the problem? Well, maybe more of us should drop out. The other way would be more fun. Maybe for you it would. The Wayne girl laughs. What on earth are they talking about? This is silly. Spies never hear anything nice. I have no idea what they're discussing, and I shouldn't try to figure it out. I'll only come up with crazy stuff. I'm just going to walk away. At the end of the week, I get a chance to organize my thoughts and my belongings, as well as review the spells I've learned so far. What's in my inventory? Nothing. Diary. Friday I did studying and housework, homesick. Spell book. I only know one spell so far. And we're actually gonna save this episode here for the day, guys, and then we'll start next week in the next episode. It's pretty cool so far. I think I'm liking this. I hope you guys are gonna enjoy it too. Yeah, I'll probably focus on the black and red magic. Next week I will hit the other two classes though and get those out the way, and I'll probably just go back and forth like that. But then I think at the end of this week, at the end of the next week, I'll have to have her sleep instead of study to get that stress down. And then just keep going back and forth, you know? Okay, so with that being said, I hope you guys are all enjoying this. I hope you're having a good time. And I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye.